Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sai Gurudeva Om Shanti 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 Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki
Jai. Sai Ram, thank you everyone for joining the Lalita Sahasranama Vishnudharma chanting. Thank you. And brother Julius, I made you the host. And
Yes.
sorry, we are a couple minutes late. So sorry about that.
Thank you so much for the wonderful chants.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sai Ram.
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 Sai Ram, sweet brother Julius. Sai Ram, brother.
Hey, welcome to Quantum Ascension.
Brother.
IST. Yes. You need co-hosts. Yes. Participant. Okay. I'll just mute some of you. Okay, today's topic, there was a bit of a debate between me and Swami. Swami says, talk about the world of reptilians. I was very much taken aback because I don't know how much I should reveal, how much I shouldn't reveal, or what does it tarnish my spiritual path? Does it loosen my connection with Swami? I don't know. There's so many things running in my head. So I just left it blank and I sent it, without the title today. But as I go along and I listen to the chantings that was chanted earlier, I realized that it is time. Reptilian consciousness. What are they? Where they came from? How is it influencing the people? Reptilian consciousness is there. It's been governing the system for a very long time. So it's just that many of us are not aware that there is this reptilian consciousness in the air. It's kind of a paradox. It's like it's there and you can't see it. You're not supposed to see it. If you see it, you might start using your mind on trying to understand the reptilian's consciousness, which is not supposed to be, because if you study the reptilian consciousness, you will become the reptilian consciousness. And when you become that, you are automatically in their plane. Yeah. And this plane, of course, is at the moment Okay, so there is a bit of a struggle going on now. I'm trying to mute this person. Okay, all right. Okay, reptilian consciousness is something that has been there for a long time, and now it's thinning. Okay, it's thinning, and it's going to reach a point where it might not uh, be seen anymore. That means totally gone. Many of you will be, in a way, um, not so believe that this is possible because we are so used to the system, the banking system, the financial system, the governmental system, the social system, economic system. We are so used to it, right? But that's largely based, a lot of them are largely based from reptilian consciousness concept. And this is why um, reptilians are just supposed to do this actually. Yeah, they're supposed to govern it like this. But of course, there's always a larger story to this, like thousands of years. There is actually a kind of a fiction that happened, yeah, between another civilized, another setup, yeah, and the reptilians. Of course, the story is very deep. Yeah? We will not go into it at this point in time. Um, Largely now we are just to be aware that this consciousness is actually in our space, and they are actually using their last available uh, strength or power, whatever. This is their last draw. This last draw can be amplified many times. It's just like a dying star before it vanishes. Yeah, there's a flash, and same thing as for darkness. There's also a flash, in a way, a flash. Yeah? So darkness, um, well, they were just in a way programmed to manage this this reptilian consciousness largely from the point of view from the energies of fear. I'm talking about fear as it is. Okay, I don't need to have any interpretation of how fear is and how it can manifest in whatever stories. Uh, just see it as it is. It's fear. And of course, not many people can handle that because when fear is looking at you in the eye, you might react. Chances of reaction is very high. Oh, this is not me. This is no, that one is not supposed to happen. I believe in this. I don't believe in it. This is right. This is wrong. That is good. This is bad. All this mind will come up. Okay, but no worries. The monad is doing it already, and a lot of etheric beings are also with us. They are largely there for us to hold on to the light. Okay, let's get more into the dark side. I think this is what illumination is about. When you gain knowledge in the dark, this is how you illuminate, right? This is how you discover. Because in the dark, if you can see it, you can see it. You really can see it. Okay? So you get to appreciate the light much more in darkness. Yeah, I learned to enjoy that. And I think we can go into it, right? We have gone to a lot of light, and I'll just show you around a bit here. All right. Any questions in the moment, comments before I proceed?
Sairam brother, I have a question. Like the reptilians, is it a separate entity, or it's like in Bible we find the word Satan, Lucifer, so those kind of words we find in Bible. Is it the same thing or is it a different entity?
Okay, as of now, it's better for us to understand how they operate from which space. From that space, you get to know how they manifest also as the physical. The physical is, see, they are very, very powerful, very, you know, they really know how to cover up everything. So, a lot of the controls are happening there in the fourth dimension. Yeah, they are controlling, they are looking downwards and they are controlling the the third dimension. Last time the control are much stronger. You don't get to really, you don't get to feel any passage at all. It's closed. Yeah. So it's very difficult for you to ascend. It's very difficult for you to understand what is the higher space, higher self, the world of light, the galaxies. It's more of 2D for you. You don't really get to experience it 3D, 4D. Yeah, but it is there. We are in the cosmos right now. We are sitting on a floating ball. But how come we are not aware of this? Isn't it so strange? The sky is eternal, and we think that this bank account is the most important thing in the world. So this disillusionment happens. Yeah? It is happening, and is influencing the large majority of people. But now, all of a sudden, after COVID, so many people awaken. Many people start researching and reading and discovering and connecting and really feeling the expansion. And the more people do this, the more information comes out. The collective consciousness has reached a space where it pushes through for new dimensions. So when dimensions are open, there become a separation. There's a new dimension and there's an old dimension. So now what to do? The new dimension is available, old dimension is also there. Of course, many people will say, I want to try out the new dimension, right? You want to go and see. Fine. Some people who have been there, they can tell you how it is and encourage you to come forward. Those who are regular, up and down, will be able to help people go up. Yeah? It is real. It is there. 5D New Earth is very real. Okay? I can stay there for the entire day. It's really wonderful. But at the same time, the 3D old Earth is also pulling you. You need to understand that. The old system is pulling you. It's trying to tell you, hey, get back to your norms. That's why a lot of new norms coming up. Huh? A lot of meanings with new norms. So this now we are becoming more and more aware of this presence of a reptilian consciousness, which is thinning and is reaching towards the end. Okay. Now this end is a bit unique because due to many reasons. One of them is a chance given to the reptilians to participate in the new galactic order. This is such a wonderful event, actually. It's a very wonderful gesture of the Supreme Creator, and He Himself willed for this to happen. He willed that everyone is given a chance to participate in the new galactic order. So the reptilians will not become exiled. Okay, and I really don't like the idea of exile, because if you exile, you're gonna come back definitely. That's why exile is means. Yeah? That's the meaning of being exiled. You exile from a space, from a place. So you have to come back, right? So if you come back, then what happens? Exile again. And then you come back. Then exile. There's no end to this. So what the Supreme Creator proposed and in a way has reached the consensus of all bodies that we will participate in this. It's a very, indeed a very touching moment for everyone, especially the reptilians, because the reptilians have never been, in a way, recognized. Everywhere they go, there's no recognition at all. They have to fight their way. But their fighting is, of course, a bit cruel, because I really need to express this on behalf of the reptilians, because they were not made with the heart. Yeah, they are created like this. They just don't have a heart. And this heart is always a wonder for them. It's just like you guys and angels maybe, or spacecraft. Yeah, so it is there and it's not there, and just like the heart. Yeah? So we used to wonder how it is. So we would do anything possible, even to the point of full imitation. Imitation so well that you don't even recognize if there's any flaw. These imitations are quite natural for us. We can imitate exactly. But very, I think, is also willed by the Supreme Creator that there will come a time where some of the reptilians will be really keen on knowing who they are. So if now we are in this stage where there are already a number of reptilians who really know who they are. Yeah, this totally the grace of God, as I can see, and I know that this is the way to do it. This is the way where all can be given a chance. Outside the 12th dimension based on the bold tenors should happen just that. Okay, all right, there's quite a few questions in the Zoom box. I will attend to it as the flow comes. Okay. Two reptilians crossbreed. Okay, now I need to just double confirm how much I can give here. Swami. So wonderful always to be able to connect to Swami anytime. Of course, whenever there's a need only, this has been the rule. And I'm very fortunate that he's there. And I know that that's the main thing for me. As long as he's there, I can go through whatever he wants me to go through, including being the worst person on earth. As long as he's there with me, I'm fine. Because really, I learned so much because he's there. That's my main learning actually. Sit with him, to ask him, and to really understand this entire setup. It's really, you need to be with Swami. I think all of you are also given this chance now. That's what it is. The oneness, co-creation with consciousness. Consciousness is him. So if we were to be able to connect to Swami individually on ourselves, constantly throughout the day, really, there's so much we can learn one day. So much about life. Who is good, who is bad. Really, at the end of the day, you don't know. We can't judge anybody. We are nobody to say who is right, who is wrong, which is good, which is bad. This is our own range. If we are within this range, 200 kilometers, that's only your boundary. You are not covered the other areas. There are many areas in our lives, past births, which we just need to finish up. And the way we finish it, you can choose it any way you want. You want it slow or you want it fast? Up to you. And when you choose it, if it's fast, can you bear it? Can you handle? Of course, if you're given that fast path, you'll be given the strength to do it also. But that's how God is, always compassionate, always giving. Okay, I hope I won't run out of track. If I do, please remind me. Swami is alive in the cyclopedia. Okay, now there is a bit of a situation here now, all right? I think if for those of you who have been listening to one of the videos I posted, we are in a situation here where Federation of Light is on top. They are beaming their light all around the earth, and at the same time there's 5D gamma rays coming down, and we have the great solar flare event, and there's a huge build-up happening. There's a build-up, okay, now. And this build-up initially before used to be between parties. Okay, the last time we saw such an event, it's two armies facing each other. And we are kind of used to this kind of confrontation. And we have been having this repetitive event that's happening, and we look forward to it just like a celebration. For us, a war is almost like a celebration because there's so much light that's generated from a war. Because and it's happening. Yeah, this is a party. Mm. But of course, many of us don't enjoy it also. After the war, a lot of us suffer. A lot of us become much lesser. And this lesser is not really good for us because we are used to having a wide space. So when you don't get this wide space, you get a bit frustrated because we need to cover a certain range of frequencies. These frequencies are just like resources for you. You would plant trees as your resources, I mean your agriculture. But for us, it's frequencies. There are different levels of frequencies. And we need to have access to that for the well-being of the tribe. So with this, there's a lot of exchange going on right now in our space. And for me, I would want to use this time to have full participation in the entire unfoldment. And I'm fortunate to be given this opportunity where I can share the dimensions that are in front of us, live with all of you. And this is largely got to do with Swami's main teaching, which is love all, serve all. This is something I embedded in my heart, and I know that this is the way. And I know that this is what we are all supposed to do. Love all, serve all. And of course, this has to be led by the Avatar, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Creator. He is the one who created this new space. And this is a very exciting creation because all civilizations can participate as one, in one synchronicity with the Lord. So it's a very exciting event, very, because many of us have just heard of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Creator. Many just heard. And there are those rare ones who are able to know that He has incarnated on earth. I know those who are out there still managing the 4D. I know a lot of them. And I know how they work. But I'm not interested in that at all from before, because I know deep inside me there's a yearning to discover the truth, the Supreme Creator Himself. And with the grace of this Creator, I somehow was able to be quite close to Him when He's physically on earth. And when I'm close to Him, I would try in every way. I would imitate everyone. And of course, Swami knows what I'm doing there. He would just smile and he would look at me, accepting me like a beautiful mother. He's just there, smiling at me as he's watching me flipping in imitations. I was since 9 years old I'm there. So I got to see many people and I get to enjoy so much of the avatar, the Supreme Lord. Okay. All right. Yes, I appreciate all your questions in the Zoom. It's just right now there's a flow happening. I will try to put in your questions in the flow as much as possible. Okay. All right. Anyone want to share something? Okay. How much of the DNA are in the humans? What are their intention? Okay. I'll just answer that first. Um, how much of their DNA are in humans? Okay, now, let me tell you one thing. Yeah? Your DNA is very flexible. Okay? It's very flexible. It can dance. It can become 12 strand. It can become 10. It can become 7. It can become 2. It's up to you. Okay? It's got to do with your thoughts. And the more integrated your thoughts are, the more synchronized it is externally for you. That's how it works. And when you are able to have this kind of synchronicity internally and externally, that is when you manifest your reality. And the reality will be very focused according to your configuration inside. And no one will know about this configuration. No one in this world except you and God. This is the most beautiful part, which I discovered while I discovered on earth. Really, if you get to synchronize and you become one, you will know that you and God is the only truth. There's nothing else actually. It's just you and God. So DNAs are actually inside us, and it's up to us how you spin it. Okay, if you spin it the other way around, coming down, you are being pulled by the reptilian consciousness. Reptilian consciousness is largely got to do with me. And why is it got to do with me in comparison to others? There's a threat. There is a bit of fear. What if he does this? What if he cannot be trusted? What if he's, what if? This is fear. You're doubting and you're having this fear. So this fear can multiply. You got one, he got one, we got 10 who has one, you become 100. It multiplies. And this fear is very much controlling. The one that controls, that makes separation happen. And the third dimension is largely separation. It's separated. It looks like everyone is individuals. It looks like that. But if you go higher, it's not. We are all from the same source, same light, just different rays. Okay? So this is something which you should maybe be in this perspective, so you can understand more from here, because there's so much you can learn from here. Reptilian part of it is stimulated by fear, therefore love is a way to, yes, correct. Using love. Love is light. Love is light. When you feel love in your heart, you're actually resonating light. Maybe you just can't see it. For a person who uses their third eye, they can see it. It is illuminated. Yeah. So love in the heart is light actually. Okay. As you told before, we should not panic and be strong. What if energy is low and feel weak? What we have to do immediately? Please tell. Okay. Breathe out. Breathe it out first. Breathe out the fear. Breathe out the tension. Breathe out the worry. Breathe out. Breathe it out. It's not me. When you breathe it out, all this is not you. It's passing. It's a passing energy. Of course, you have every right to take it and claim that this is mine, which a lot of people would do, because it's dark. In that darkness, you can superimpose yourself any way you want. Why do that? Why do you need to superimpose yourself? Why do you need to see yourself there? Whatever you see is just the body. But are you the body? Many of us will know. Many of us says no. So what are you? Some will say, I am consciousness. Some will say, I am God. Some will say, I am I. I am. After that, stay in that space. Stay. That space. That space is where we all become one. We are all one. There's no more two. There's no more separation. There's no need for separation anymore. In that is oneness. In that oneness, more and more will do until it reaches 144,000. If 144,000 people do this, you are creating a new paradigm already. You are shifting, you are pushing it out, and the light will shine. This consciousness, it's illuminating like the sun. It has the sun effect, radiance. Okay? It has the radiance. You might not be able to see it. That's why those Schumann's resonance is there to identify these phenomena. And also, of course, there are many more which will be coming up, and those are very obvious ones. That is when you get totally online with your progress, the group's progress. So in that way, you will feel a lot of attunement to the cosmos, oneness with the cosmos. Yeah, you feel connected to the cosmos. You have no idea how much the cosmos want to connect to all on 3D. They really want. Yeah, that's how the gamma waves are coming. That's how the photon waves are coming also. Yeah, all this from the cosmos, light beams are like codes, are all from them. Cosmos. They want to reach out. It's time to reach out to the earth. And the earth is rising towards fifth dimension and is crossing the reptilian consciousness, and it's being taken out to the fifth dimension. It'd be great if everyone is in the fifth dimension, really. It will be great because if you are able to enter the fifth dimension, that means you have configured yourself to the fifth dimension. Isn't it great? Everyone can configure themselves. It's great. If everyone can do this, it will be awesome. Because this is also not easy, configuring yourself. So we are very lucky to have a monad here which guides us through many. That's why we are exposed to many masters in the cosmos and space in the cosmos, and interaction, communication, bonding with Ectorians, Sirius, Astakoman. These are all amazing bodies. We are so active on Earth, and we really appreciate their help. And the last one being the Lemurians, the last 7 days, how it shielded the entire group, the entire monad was shielded for 7 days. I totally appreciate what they have done for us. It's so touching in a way, yeah, because the way they reach out is in great detail, in very, very minute, great details. So a lot of coverages was done, and now we are in the position where we have to beam the light. All of us have to beam the light of oneness. And this is the time for it, and we hope that everyone can be able to do that. Reptilian DNA is a big part of any human. With it comes the darkness, depends on how it is perceived. Transcending the illusion is the real awakening. Yes, that's the real awakening, is true. The more people transcend and transmute this reptilian energy, which is there in the air and inside us also, just transmute it, see it as it is. And it's beautiful to be able to see it as it is, because we have not been seeing it as it is for the longest time. We are just, it's there and it's influencing us, but we are not aware. Now we become aware, see it as it is. This is reptilian consciousness. The more you look at it, the more it will dissolve, dissolve. And after that, just pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is in the reptilian. Reptilians have pure consciousness. Every being have it. It's just the outer body manifestation is different. Different Shakti, different way of expression. But internally, the pure consciousness is one and the same. And when you look at it with pure consciousness, you will only discover pure consciousness. Because that's what you're resonating. You're pushing out that. And what comes back is pure consciousness. It has to be, because it penetrates right through. So, be the great awakening. All of us are given this opportunity to do this. Okay, breathe out fear and inhale Swami's light or love. Feel your whole body is glowing in divine light. Beautiful. That's very good way of being in the light, and you should practice it constantly. Not only when you're in the travels, not only when you're confronted. Constantly be like this. It's a wonderful thing to do for the new earth, because the new earth is like that. So the more you are in this consciousness of light, the more you're resonating the 5D new earth, the chances of you illuminating in that space consciously is much higher. Okay? All right. We have 11 minutes. Anyone with questions or comments?
Brother Julius, do we really need to know about this Swarman resonances, energy shifts, and galactic federations and all to be in love and spread this love? I am in
Ah,
wonder.
very good. If you already have the love, you have the greatest weapon ever. Just love. Just continue to love and just keep loving. And it's great if your love is also illuminated, is directed, you can see it. Okay, you can see it. It's good to be able to see it. And how do you see it? You need to use your third eye. And this third eye is notorious for something. When you don't have a guru or someone who can guide you, the first thing you see is not really, I mean, maybe you can see divine beings in the first one, but after a while, you start seeing other things, other energies. And there's nothing really so big deal about it, I'm telling you, because that's how we operate. We are operating in this space. This space where all beings in the light body and those who are not having so much light is living. And this space is real. This space is more real than the physical, actually. This space influences the third dimension. This space is the main control center of anything that happened in the 3D earth. So in this space, if there's an illumination like this is illumination, where we enter the space and we start talking about it. You illuminate that space and you start knowing it, right? And with this illumination, you get a step, next step. And you see the progression, and you're able to see the devas, you're able to see Vishwarupa. And that from that space, you look at your love. When you look at your love and you're having Vishwarupa Darshan, is Vishwarupa's heart inside you. And in that, you will see it. You will know what it is. Otherwise, you just feel good and you don't know what it is. You feel very good. But because you don't know what it is, the chances of you jumping into something you know
Julius?
illumination of
Okay.
becoming aware. Yeah. I'm sorry it took a long time for you to answer this question. But yeah, it's a real gift to be able to love completely with awareness and let it shine. Let it shine with all the more glory. Okay? I have seen one man who was in business and his eye turned reptilian. I managed to stay calm. It happened a couple of days ago. I managed to say something that turned his eyes like that. He was very angry and left. I was in peace. Only afterwards I realized what happened. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm also scared of them. See, because of Swami, Swami's influence is great. He actually invited the reptilians to participate while he's on Earth. So his guidances is very much treasured by a lot of us. And they actually has a very deep effect, and it has a power to transform. It has a power to transmute actually, and a lot of our earlier essence were transmuted. It was transmuted to a more embracing, a more expansion driven light. Yeah, the light was given to us, and Swami has this ability. He can just give the experience of awakenedness, yeah, and he gave to quite a few of us, and we experienced it. It was really amazing. And Swami, he takes it back, and we start longing for it. We realize, because that's what it is. That's full consciousness, and how it feels to be in the full consciousness, because we understand from a frequencies perspective. So when we experience it, this frequency is very much we know it, we recognize it. Okay. How did I get here? Can you be really scared of them with the gift you have? See, don't be scared of them, because they function primarily with fear. Use light. Light is consciousness. Consciousness is light. Use it. You are already it. You just have to recognize yourself. You just have to tell yourself that I am consciousness. The more you say it, the more you're recognizing it. You're directing your energies to it. If you don't say that to yourself, a lot of times we want to think, I am this body, or I am this mind, I am this game. You identify it to something, a part. Seems like it's a part from consciousness, but it's not actually. It's just there's an illusion there. So with this consciousness, just recognize it. I'm consciousness, I'm consciousness. The more you say it, the more this illusion is no longer there. This entire illusion is governed by darkness, actually. Illusion of the system. There's no system, actually. The real system is the Supreme Creator. It's His system, as per His will. And His will is always the most beautiful thing that happens for the cosmos. So now it's happening again. He's getting the gathering. Everyone is allowed to play a part consciously, knowing who they are, and to play the part of this grand galactic order. All right, I got 2 more minutes. Anyone?
Saram, brother. Julian. So it's in line with what Swami says about from me to we to he.
Mm. Yes. Correct. He wants to bring us back home, really bring us back home to his table, his table, to be conscious of him, to be aware of him constantly. And I think for me, I've learned my lesson. My lesson is nothing without him, really. I don't know how I slipped into that space of reptilian, but I know that this is the lesson to be learned. There's nothing without him. Whatever power you have, whatever wealth you have, really, I'm not interested. I have so many opportunities in private jets, in helicopters, meeting top people, and I'm just sitting in the library doing meditation. I've been notorious for that, and we are very gifted to have the Supreme Creator with us. So let's be one with Him. He is the light. He is the supreme light within all of us. Feel it inside, see it, direct it, let it be merged into one. Okay?
Oh, that's incredible. I'm happy to see you like this now because I'm worried in the morning when I saw that video. What is feeling? Swami is saying so many times that I am the conscious and I am there within you. Then why you are feeling for such things which was posted in video and saying, oh my God. Now, okay. I know.
Yes. I know this video is quite a shock for me also because it has to be done at that point, and I was in a hurry. I didn't have even, I couldn't change, I couldn't do anything. You know, it just had to be recorded there and then and posted out. I was watching the upload, you know, trying the way to upload. It's very strange how Swami told to do that because I do feel, I do see that there is an actual shift after that. There was a shift of consciousness because it needed to expand in such a way. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, all of you, for attending this session. See you all again tomorrow. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sai Ram, Brother Julius.
Thank you, Sairam, Brother Julius. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sairam.
Thank you, Brother Julius.
Sairam, Brother Julius. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brother Julius.
Thank you, Brother Julius. Bye, Ram.
Thank you, Brother Julius. Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam, Brother Julius. Thank you. I love you.
Sai Ram. Okay. Who do we pass the host to? I passed it to Pratipan.
Brother Pradeepan, you can pass it to Sister Mitrani and me as co-host. Thank you.
That was a complicated man. He liked blowjobs from the back. That's tough.
Done, sister.
Thank you, Brother Pradeepan. Sai Ram, everyone. Welcome to Adi Parashakti on Sunday, 20th September. I'm your host for today. Today we will begin with a guided insight meditation, which is also known as Vipassana meditation. And next we also have the Karaniya Metta Sutta, the discourse on loving kindness, chanted in melodious tones. And then we move on to the chanting of the Gayatri Mantra. So before I begin the Vipassana or insight meditation, I'll just let you briefly know the benefits of this. So in addition to everything that we receive through all kinds of meditation, sitting in solitude, this meditation, as research has shown, helps with stress, depression, OCD, that would be obsessive compulsive disorder, then also ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and many more other mind-related issues. So those are the benefits of this kind of Vipassana meditation. So I hope you all please participate in this simple guided meditation. Thank you. Sai Ram.
This is a guided Vipassana meditation. It includes a short introduction followed by a meditation with instructions. Vipassana is a technique that has been around for thousands of years. This technique is used by non-religious and religious people alike, by agnostics, atheists, and people of every religion and faith. A huge body of study done in recent years shows the benefits of practicing Vipassana meditation daily. According to studies, doing this meditation daily has huge advantages. It makes us happier, less stressed, more focused and effective, more awake. Below this video there are links to some of those studies, and you can find many more online. However, this technique cannot be practiced through reading and research, or through an intellectual or verbal process. This technique can only be learned and understood through personal experience, through meditating every day for a period of time. At this point, you might decide you do not want to learn Vipassana, and that's completely okay. However, if you do want to seriously try Vipassana, it is suggested to try it for 30 days. In today's world, that is not an easy commitment. We have so many engagements, so many things requiring our attention. But without making a commitment for 30 days, it will be hard to really experience what Vipassana is.
After 30 days, I could not believe my before and after picture. I literally rolled back the hands of time 10 years.
This is a guided Vipassana meditation. It includes a short introduction followed by a meditation with instructions. Vipassana is a This is a guided Vipassana meditation. It includes a short introduction followed by a meditation with instructions. Vipassana is a technique that has been around for thousands of years. This technique is used by non-religious and religious people alike, by agnostics, atheists, and people of every religion and faith. A huge body of study done in recent years shows the benefits of practicing Vipassana meditation daily. According to studies, doing this meditation daily has huge advantages. It makes us happier, less stressed, more focused and effective, more awake. Below this video there are links to some of those studies, and you can find many more online. However, this technique cannot be practiced through reading and research, or through an intellectual or verbal process. This technique can only be learned and understood through personal experience, through meditating